welcome back to the channel. It's hard to believe it's day 6 already of our Epic Offroad Trip. So we've been in Sand Hollow for the first part of the trip. Now today we're getting back on the road, getting an early start, heading out to Lake Havasu. Alright, so we're just rolling into Vegas, and of course it's hard to ever find a good time to come through here. Seems like there's always bad traffic.
Alright, should we take that scenic overlook? Hoover Dam?
I think we should.
If we can fit.
We'll see if we can fit.
Oh, look at this cool bridge.
We're heading to Lake Havasu to watch Lydia's brother, Paul Horschel, compete in the Ultra 4 4400 class nationals. That's Paul, Maddie.
Coming up around this corner, are you excited?
Alright, Ems, where are we?
Havasu?
Lake Havasu?
Yeah.
We finally made it to Lake Havasu. That was a little bit further than it seemed like the Google Maps told.
A lot further.
This is from Sand Hollow out here. It was quite a haul. All right, so we made it to the Ultra 4 race. Now we're trying to find a place to park the toter. So we were literally just watching people practicing this qualifying loop, and you can see right here what that means. There's a big drop off right behind there, and so you have to be careful of it. And so we saw Paul Wolf kind of go over this edge right here, and the back end just kick up. Just goes to show how fast things can happen out here. Get our media pass. I signed up for a media pass this time so we can catch all the action. Alright, so today is qualifying, so this is always fun to watch everybody push it as fast as they can on a short course. And basically what they're aiming for is to try and get the best starting position for the big race tomorrow.
Now it's time for the 4400 class qualifying. This is a 1,000 horsepower IRS, IFS rear steer car. This thing flat out gets after it. Listen to that 1,000 horsepower Danzio motor. That thing just sounds nasty. The 4400 class is an unlimited class, so it's pretty much you can run whatever you want to try out there. There's really no limitations as far as tire size, horsepower, or suspension. However, your car just needs to meet all the safety requirements.
Alright, so here comes Paul. It's really important to place well in this because there's going to be a lot of people on this course, and look at how dusty it is out there.
Throttle, get it, go!
hopefully Paul had a good run, because man, look at that dust out there. That's gonna be something to race in that. Andy's off. This race is going to go into the night, so they're going to be doing a lot of driving in the dark.
Get off the car! Don't touch the car!
No one is allowed to touch or work on a car when you're fueling. So whenever people are adding fuel to it, nobody else can be working on the car.
We are just out at the pits at night. It got dark real fast. Brent came by, didn't need anything. At this point, he's lost front brakes, but they were able to block it off in the cab, the valve. So I don't know. Well, hopefully they can continue charging along, because they're currently in first place.
Brent comes into the pit with his spare tire flat, so they gotta swap that out. While they're swapping that out, I'm just looking over the tires, looking for anything on the suspension, looking for any leaks on the steering system, or anything out of the ordinary. This is also a Paul Horschel designed car. Since Brent's been driving this, he's been killing it. Once we get the tire completely swapped out and everything looks good on the car, everybody's got to stand back while the rest of the guys add fuel. When adding fuel, everybody's got to be wearing the proper PPE. The 4800 class differs from the 4400 class in a couple ways. For example, you can only run 37-inch tires. Another thing is you can only have one shock per corner of the car. Congrats to Brent Harrell on a first place finish in the 4800 class in this race, and then second in national points. What a great way to end the season.
Alright, it's race day for the 4400. Gonna walk around, check everything out before they take off.
Paul ended up qualifying in 5th place, so he'll be up near the front of the pack.
So everybody's on the start line. Everybody's getting their engines warm, getting ready here to start. Just a few more minutes. Just kind of walk around, see everybody's getting everything ready to go.
These cars are awesome. You can feel them as they drive by.
So after the race starts, I tried to get in position of a good spot that I know they're going to be coming back through, and maybe there could be some good battles as they're coming back around for the start of their second lap. So I'm in position right now. Now it's got to be a dusty mess out there. You can just see from the videos and stuff I've done so far, it's just completely dusty out there. So when the drivers are driving a tight, twisty course, constantly trying to clean your visors and stuff. So that's why trying to be in the front of the pack and having clean air is so important. It makes your day so much easier to be able to fully see everything. Nice right now. All right, here comes a race leader on first lap, one of the Gomez brothers. Here comes a second place driver, or third place. comes Paul. They just called in. All's good.
Ultra 4 differs from other types of desert off-road racing in the fact that on these courses you typically are going to need four-wheel drive. They also have difficult rock sections usually added somewhere along the course.
Races like this, what we like to do is get the live feed on our phone, because then you can see what's going on everywhere. And currently Lauren Haley started first, but he got pulled over race mile 14 or something like that. Then Kate Rod is also pulled over, so now Paul's moved his way up to third place. So I'm excited. I hope that when he comes in here, he's made up some ground. And so this race is basically almost 40 miles in 4 laps of some really tight, twisty turns. So there's a lot of action going on out there on the course right now.
One of the hardest parts about this type of racing is keeping your machine together. Basically, there can be all kinds of things that can happen out there with flat tires, broken mechanical parts, all kinds of things. Like the announcer Miles always says, to finish first, you must finish. We're gonna head over to the pits, see what's going on over there.
So they're coming in on the second lap. Sounds like got a bad alternator, but it's just tough when you're sitting in a good place.
Paul was running up there in one of the top spots. Unfortunately, he noticed he had low voltage and had to pull in to swap out an alternator. This can be a timely replacement.
We've got a box of juices.
Everybody jumps in to start pulling the exhaust off and some of the panels. A repair like this can be a real challenge on the side of the race course. Everything on a car like this is super hot. One of the hardest parts is knowing that other competitors are passing you by and you're losing precious time. After getting the alternator replaced, we're able to fire it up, get the hood and everything else back into position, and topped off with fuel, ready to get back out on the course.
Everything was smooth except for that beating that off. Everything in that car. But this tight. Paul needs to zoom out.
Along pit stops, give us a little rundown for everybody at home what was going on.
Well, lost an alternator and lost a good amount of time. We probably fell down like 16 spots or something like that, but having to replace that and the broken brake line. So hopefully they can make up some ground.
Let's go!
it? They lost a tire too?
Despite the alternator issue and the blown tire on the last lap, they were still able to finish in 12th place out of 47 competitors that had started the race. That's still pretty amazing, despite the challenges that they were presented along the way.
Those rollers? Coming down. Better go deep, both that out. One there. One over here. The leather one though.
All right, late last night we ended up leaving Lake Havasu, driving through some pretty serious wind, and we were able to get just north of Las Vegas. Our goal today is just to have to drive back to Montrose from just north of Las Vegas, so that would have been a lot to do. We wanted to stay one more night and hang out with everybody, but that would have been a really long day. I don't know, from here we have at least 8 hours of driving still just to get home, so we still got a decent haul, but the weather has also changed big time. Temperature dropped. It's cold. It's cold and windy, and we got some more bad weather to drive through just to get back to western Colorado. So anyway, we had an absolutely awesome time out on this trip. We're making our way back here just outside of Sand Hollow, and ran across this fire that's burning down in the valley here. And yes, that's correct, Lydia drives too. She actually drove quite a bit last night because I was exhausted. We left Lake Havasu last night. Man, I was just completely wiped out. And so Lydia stepped in and drove through Las Vegas of all places. Just all this brush is burning down in this ditch. And the wind's spreading it so fast. There's a fire truck down there working a spot fire, spraying water on it. The wind's really feeding this. Different firefighters running around. The wind's just spreading this so fast. Got pumps and chainsaws. The ditch is burning. Spraying water down in there. Saving people's property.